Jermell Charlo and Tszyu, that inevitable clash is definitely on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. If you've been living under a rock, Tszyu clearly sent a message to Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo, it's gonna be this thing is getting tricky because you hearing a lot of people from various angles discuss who they like. They believe that Tszyu is a serious threat. You heard Jermell Charlo seconds after the big time knockout that this man Tony Harrison received by Tszyu. I mean, it was a complete outclassmanship. We're gonna get all into it, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Harrison, we hope he recovers well. We definitely wishing on his well-being, But this clash for the belts is definitely inevitable. Is a huge fight, is bigger than it's ever been, especially after the last bout that we just seen. And Lord have mercy, it's Flight Sports TV. You know I had to bring some help for this one. This is a big time ordeal. We got my man Phonics in the building. What's the deal, Phonics? Talk to the people. We live. What's the deal?
Yo, what's good, man? Yo, what's up, everybody out there? Yo. Y'all all know, man, I was in the ATL, man. I'm currently, man, in the 313, man, which is Detroit, man. Shout out to the 586 and the 248, man. Home of Tony Harrison, who lost last weekend to one Tszyu. I'm very disappointed because I watched the videos like everybody else. I watched his Instagram. I watched the the pre-fight hype to this, man. And I thought he trained hard, man. But from the first round, he was not in the fight, man. He was clearly overmatched. Tszyu was too big for him. He was too big for him, and the shots was hurting, and they were hurting immediately. You know what I'm saying? They were hurting immediately. I think that Tszyu also had the home crowd behind him, and just like any sport, home field advantage means a lot. And Tony Harrison, you got to give it to him. He did have the cojones to go all the way to Australia and fight this man. That had a lot to play into it. I just didn't see that he was into the fight, man. However, this doesn't mean anything against Charlo. My boy Charlo won't come out on top. Tszyu can't see Charlo, man. Because you got to remember something. Charlo beat Harrison to get his belt back. Beat him bad. Beat him worse than Tszyu. Beat him very convincingly. Knocked him out. Got his belt back. So Harrison's on decline. I was going with him, man, because I'm a homer. You know what I'm saying? And I was rooting for the brother, man. But Tszyu is a big man. He's a big man for his size, man. And he was landing some powerful punches. However, if he has to cross the water and come over here to North America and fight Mr. Charlo, I don't think we're gonna see those same things happen, man.
Yeah, because there's no way Charlo's going to Australia, especially he'd be the A side. That don't make no sense.
Exactly. So you come to Texas. Texas.
This fight is definitely much more massive after this last knockout, correct?
Yeah.
Because this fight was supposed to take place, for the people that's unfamiliar or living under a rock, Jermell Charlo received a hand injury that negated this bout from happening. It wasn't supposed to be Harrison, ladies and gentlemen. This fight was supposed to take place, but we all know which occurred, which led people to various speculations. But you heard it fully verified that this injury wasn't. We all know it was. Charlo's not that guy. But you heard Charlo tell him, that the things that worked against Harrison ain't gonna work against him. You can't compare him to Tony. You heard what he said. And Tony's the kind of guy, he comes out fiery early and he starts fading in later rounds. We all know that's the mantra with him, But I mean, damn, I would have loved for the referee to step in a little bit early, just to speak on that. That was a brutal knockout. Phonics, talk to the people on that situation. Do you feel like the referee should have stepped in a little bit early?
No, I should have. I think the opposite. He should have took more punishment because he walked out the ring. He shouldn't have walked out the ring. He should have crawled out the ring because you represent America. That's number one. Then you represent where I'm living, and I'm rooting for you. I'm making videos. I got all kind of Australians now hit me up. Oh, see what happens when y'all Americans talk all that junk. Oh, y'all come over here to our country. You see what happens? See, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that, man. Nah, I think they should have let it keep going. He had a little bit left in him, but I would have rather seen like totally knocked out. You know what I'm saying? But like they got to get the, you know what I'm saying? The what's his name to put under his nose and all of that. And you got to bring a doctor in there to smack his face. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I was highly disappointed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Tony Harrison a couple weeks ago was in the ring for one of his fighters. You know what I'm saying? Alicia Baumgartner. You know what I'm saying? Out of the D, and she won, and she didn't win. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But the point I'm trying to make is, you should have been training, dude. You should have been training. You know what I'm saying? And actually, you know what I'm saying? For Flight Sports TV, I'm gonna try to get an interview with him, man. Try to get an interview, man, with Super Bad Harrison. You know what I'm saying? So we could talk about this. And I ain't gonna let nothing go, y'all. And I'm in the same city as him. And he could beat me up. But I ain't gonna let nothing go.
Right. People, like I said, Tim Tszyu was talking a lot of stuff, and he's definitely pretty much calling out Charlo very vocally. You know, this fight is definitely going to take place. I mean, boxing is in such a beautiful place, and especially all throughout the divisions right now. Phonics, speak to that. Obviously, the lightweight division is just cast in such a big cloud in a great way, you know, because that's just taking everybody's, you know, attention with the situation between Ryan Garcia and undefeated Gervonta Tank Davis. Both of them undefeated in the major showdown taking place in a couple of weeks. But now with the situation with Charlo and Tszyu, obviously the heavyweight division with Fury and Usyk, there's so much going on right now, Phonics. Talk to the people on the state of boxing, especially with the adding this fight with Tszyu and Charlo. I mean, boxing is in an incredible place right now, right?
Good question, man. Definitely. Usyk and Fury, I'm definitely saying if Usyk not Fury out, which I think is going to happen, oh man, Fury gonna retire. He's gonna retire for real. He's been threatening it, but he's been threatening as a champion. He won't threaten it anymore, and then all belts will be unified. Ryan Garcia and Tank, I just want Tank to stay focused, man. Again, he's coming off a light layoff, if you even want to call it a layoff, because he's back in the gym again, man, and he got outside distractions. I don't want that to play a part. Benavidez and Plant. You know, Plant coming off a devastating win over Tony Durrell, knocked him out. However, Benavidez is looking serious, man, and he's a bigger man.
Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe for a lot more details leading up to that bout. This is the Showtime. PBC has got an amazing lineup set up. Don't miss nothing. Hit the subscribe button so you get all updates, news, and more. Continue, Phonics.
I'm gonna go ahead and call him, man. I see Benavidez knocking Caleb Plant out, man.
Well, we're gonna definitely get into that. We don't want to tease the people too much.
All right, well, back to Tank. All right, well, back to Tank.
No. I mean, no, it's cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get to that later. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We got boxing news for days. I got Phonics in the lab. Listen, boxing talk is back. It ain't never went nowhere. It's going down. It's Flight Sports TV.